What's up, y'all? It's Fred from Eccentric Fitness. This is my first video for my channel. I just want to take some time to share my story. So it was probably about 4 years ago, around 2013, that I first began my fitness journey. Now, I didn't begin my fitness journey because of vanity reasons. I began it because I honestly was not happy with who I was and what I had become, and just seeing myself in pictures was actually more depressing than my situation at the time. I guess things really got hard for me when about a year and a half later, I started being diagnosed with more health problems. So let's take a step back. 2009, I had just relocated during the recession from Milwaukee, Wisconsin down to Columbus, Ohio. At the time that I left Milwaukee, I was about 283 pounds. I had committed to myself at the time that I wasn't going to get up over 300 pounds. But lo and behold, by August of 2013, I had been diagnosed with high blood pressure, and I had hit the 327-pound mark. Um, as if being over 300 pounds wasn't depressing enough, seeing 327 and myself in pictures was just overwhelming. And one morning when I woke up and I saw that number on the scale, um, I made a commitment then and there that I was going to do some things to um, get myself back on the right track. As if things wasn't bad enough for me, seeing that I was the weight that I was and having been in depression, dealing with depression for a number of years at this point. Um, to make matters worse, as we transitioned from 2013 to 2014, I went through a terrible breakup. And thus I moved back to Milwaukee to be with my family. Quit my job, went from making probably $40,000 a year down to making $15,000 a year just because I couldn't deal with the bouts of depression anymore. So that was one of the first steps I made in getting myself back to a healthy place. And while living with my mom and my sister, one day I decided to show them a documentary that I saw on YouTube called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. While sitting there watching that documentary with my family, that probably was my third or fourth time watching it, but reality really began to hit home with me. And I just broke out into tears while we were sitting there, and my family was like, "What's wrong?" And that's when I told them that prior to me showing them that video, that I had had several dreams where I had died of prostate cancer and various other deadly diseases, all because I never got my weight under control. So it's from there that I did a lot of the yo-yo diets, a lot of the fad diets. I tried juicing. I tried, just going to the gym. Never really seeing the results, but I kept pushing. I didn't give up on myself. And one thing I can say is that when I look at Brick Fitness, Rob from Brick Fitness, he has an amazing story. I put the link to his story in the description below. Um, he said in one of his videos that you have to celebrate the small accomplishments as well as the big ones. And that's one thing I did. So prior to leaving Columbus, again, I weighed 327. Before I left, I was down to 320, then 315, even got down to 310. Upon coming back home and dealing with stress of not having a job, I did yo-yo back up a little bit, but eventually I got back down to 300 pounds. And to me, that was a major accomplishment. And I kept pushing forward, and in July of 2015, actually stepping back to December of 2014, I started to suffer from some knee pain. I went to several different doctors, even went to the ER and the urgent care a few times, and nobody could tell me what was wrong with me. They would take X-rays, and they would always say they're fine. So July of 2015, I got a new job and had better insurance. So I found me a primary doctor, and upon me walking in and telling him what I was dealing with, he said, "Well, you know you have arthritis." I said, "No, I didn't know that. No one had ever told me that." And he was like, "Yeah, looking at all your X-rays that you've taken over the last 6+ months, they all show that you have arthritis, and it's gradually getting worse." It's like, okay, wow. So that was a major blow. He took it one step further and said, "I'm going to run some tests on you to see if it really is arthritis or if it could be something else like gout." Um, in the back of my mind, I'm sitting there saying, "I know I don't have gout. I'm not worried about that. Go ahead and do whatever test you got to take." Lo and behold, about a week later, I get a phone call from him and literally had the wind knocked out of me with that phone call. Not only did I have arthritis, but I also had gout, and I was stage 2 kidney failure. That's when things really got real for me. So between that time and I would say the beginning of the next year, 2016, I really went hard. I was going to the gym as often as I possibly could. When I wasn't at the gym, thankfully I had a job that was very physical at the time. I was working for the post office, so I was walking anywhere from 12 to 20 miles a day, doing anywhere from 50 to 100 flights of stairs a day. So the weight eventually just started falling off. Um, I was about 295 when I started the job. When I was forced to quit because of the arthritis in February 2016, I had gotten down to about 240 pounds. Huge weight loss. However, like I said, I had to quit the job because of arthritis, and that's when reality set in that I did not lose the weight the right way. So not only was I dealing with my weight going back up, I was also dealing with, again, the knee pain, and it was getting worse and worse and worse. And in May of 2016, my doctor finally gave in to me and did something better. So he sent me for MRI, and that's when he found out that in my right knee, my meniscus has been torn. So I'd already set out about 3 months not working, and at this point, I began to fall off my diet plan. And in June of 2016, I ended up undergoing surgery to repair my meniscus. So that set me up even longer. And after that, it got even worse for me because um, I was dealing with a lot in my home. Having moved back home with my mom because she asked me to, and just dealing with a lot of things with living with her and my 18-year-old niece at the time. It just got really bad for me, and I started eating any and everything that I could, and wasn't working out. And I was, even though I had been cleared from the surgeon to work out, um, I stayed in my own headspace, and even something as simple as walking up and down stairs, I made it more difficult than what it was. So, um, as I dealt with all of that, I began to see that the numbers were creeping back up. I went from 242 to back up to as much as 292 pounds. I saw that number of 292, and I said, "It's no way possible that I'm going to allow myself to get back up over 300 pounds." So here we are, April of 2017, and I've been going hard for the last 4 or 5 months now. I've gotten back into my own place. I started eating better. I'm much happier now than I was 6 months ago. Um, the weight is starting to come down. It's not where I want it to be, and actually I yo-yo a lot. So at the beginning of this video, you saw that the scale said I weighed 288.1 pounds. Well, just 4 or 5 days ago, it said I weighed 275 pounds. So I do yo-yo a lot. I'm trying to get to a point where I'm not yo-yoing as much. but that's going to come with a lot more of me um, taking my weight loss serious. And that's part of the reason why I'm doing this video is because I want to be held accountable for my weight loss. My doctor put me on a requirement to lose 20 pounds before I come back to him in July. So far, I have lost maybe 5 pounds. So still got a ways to go on that. Um, so again, I'm going to share Rob's story down below. I've been really encouraged over the last year with how other people have lost weight and seeing their results. So again, I'm not doing this for vanity reasons. I'm just doing this for my own health. Um, I have high cholesterol. I have still in danger of kidney failure. I'm borderline between stage 1 and stage 2. Everyone starts off at stage 1. I'm right on that border between stage 1 and stage 2. Um, I again have high blood pressure. Um, I don't have diabetes, and thankfully I don't. It does run in my family, but so far I've dodged that bullet. And I just want all of you out there to continue to follow my story, keep me encouraged, keep me accountable for what it is that I'm doing, and I will do my best to deliver on the results that I promised. My ultimate goal weight is about 205 to 215 pounds. So I have about anywhere from 70 to 80 pounds to lose. And my ultimate goal would be or my stretch goal would be to reach that by October of this year. But if it take me till April of next year, I'm cool with that. My purpose, what I really want to do this go around, is lose the weight the right way, and not go extreme like I was when I was working at the post office. So keep following my channel. I'll post some of my workout videos. I'll post some of my food prep videos. I even post some of my budgeting and shopping videos as well. Um, Again, if you have any questions or concerns, comments, please leave them below. Um, you can also follow my blog, my old blog, that talks about a lot of the different things that I have dealt with in the last 5+ years concerning my health and well-being. I'll put the links to those blog posts down below as well. In the meantime, be blessed, and you'll hear from me soon.